citizens that know how to use guns. Because all over the place, people come in to arm rob, and the citizens just draw down and take them out. And in all these hundreds of cases I've seen the last year, they never shoot anybody else. That's because they relax, raise their firearm, and start pumping rounds into people. And even if you've grown up around guns and think you're good, go take a class. I've done that. Go take a refresher. Go to a shooting school. The police are doing it. You never can get enough training. The New York police could learn from citizens. Human potential is almost unlimited because we are made in the image of the creator of the universe. And the establishment knows that, and they want to dominate the future. They want the spoils of human development and human culture, and they don't want physical, biological slaves anymore. They want to get rid of us and be served by machines and have a tiny technocratic servant group. And they write endless books and publications and literature on this subject and are declaring that they're already waging war on us by means of siege, shutting down our resources, our infrastructure, our culture, poisoning us, cheating us so that they can dominate us, trying to breed us for stupidity and weakness. It is truly disgusting that all of this is happening and all of this is going on. And I want to have a message to everybody and a message to the establishment as well here in just a moment, and go over more of the news. The toll-free number to join us on the subjects that you heard Alfred Adask talk about or what I've talked about. We'll have time to take a few calls here. I do have Steve Quayle with a big in-depth interview coming up tonight on InfoWars Nightly News. Aaron's doing the news. I'm doing an in-depth hour-long interview with Steve Quayle tonight. He'll be on the radio with us tomorrow. Just a program note there. The toll-free number to join us is 800-259-9231, 800-259-9231. Briefly, we are 2 hours and 35 minutes into this global transmission. I would also like to add that, remember, this broadcast is listener-supported. We're not like Media Matters that gets money from George Soros, that got his money from taxpayers worldwide and banker bailouts. We're not like MSNBC that on record got jobs program money from the White House. What was it, $500 million? They got another $1 billion roughly at NBC total out of banker bailout money, your taxpayer money. We are not supported by that. In fact, the system fights tooth and nail to keep us from even being able to get to you. But despite that, because there are a lot of people that love freedom and truth worldwide, we've been able to get on over 115 AM and FM stations, global shortwave, #1 when it comes to audio streams and podcasts for talk radio at Prisonplanet.com and Infowars.com and on XM 166. So it's a big deal that we've been able to crawl and scrape over 17 years up to this point. And if we were able to have the same growth rate continuing, it would spell just unbelievable curtains for the globalist. They understand that if they destroy me wrong or try to destroy this operation incorrectly, it could turn us into a cause celeb. That's why they try to exterminate us via going after our character and going after our name. They want to assassinate our name instead of assassinating you physically, because they understand everything is an info war until the final blow that's physical. We are cheerfully marching forward into incredible danger. But I will be honest with you, that is incredible excitement, because the road is a good road, it's an honorable road, and honor is all that matters. And I don't say that because I am this absolutely wonderful, perfect person. But my heart is good. I want to be good. I want to help people. I want humanity to succeed. And I want to thank all of you for getting us to this point. We wouldn't have been this successful and couldn't have done anything if people didn't see past my idiosyncratic nature and understand with your discernment that my heart is good, because our hearts are good and we're turned towards the Creator and love everything that is good and recoil from that is bad, including our own selves. The aspects of us are lesser angels, as they say. But we are in an epic struggle. And the fact that someone of my background and skill, which is not that great, but I have a wide range of gifts. We all have gifts. But compared to many, my gifts are not nothing to write home about, other than the fact that I've been dedicated and that I have been tireless and that I have been committed. Those are some of my better traits. And the oratory that the good Lord gave me, the memory, the vocabulary, and the willingness to go forward against bullies, all of that has brought me to the point I am today. And I am here just wanting to thank all of you for your support, and thank you for everything you've done in the fight for liberty. And I know you want to thank me as well, but I would imagine those of you out there hearing me thank you, you're like, why are you thanking me? We're in this together. We're under attack. We've got to build a future for our children and their children. We've got to wrestle with the darkness. And that's why I don't like being thanked. So we're on the same page. But nevertheless, I do want to thank you, because it's important that we understand we're doing something epic here. This is epic. And the system knows it's epic. The system knows this broadcast is for real. The system knows I'm for real. The system knows that more people are waking up exponentially, and they're panicking. And they're afraid, because most of the minions of the system are not completely evil. They're ignorant. They're following peer pressure. They're compartmentalized. And they think they're engaged in the psyop on us. But in truth, they are in the heart of the psyop, and no one is as deceived as those that sit at the center of a spider web of dehumanization and death and think that they're winning. You never win in an offensive war. The type of societal and cultural mode that allows you to offensively go out and attack and enslave or destroy innocents that did nothing to you, that attitude and that worldview will come back on you. Just like people are like, yeah, kill all the Arabs, take their rights. It was always set up for the very good old boys that were tribal and were felt threatened by foreigners, and who the globalists manipulated into going for torture and war and secret arrest as if that was America. And the whole time, the weapon system, the control grid, was being set up for you. And so many of these people in the system, even though they have more courage than couch potatoes or welfare people, they still are cowards, because they may physically be willing to face a little bit of danger, but it's mainly for their ego and for the power trip. But you're not willing to face peer pressure degradation to gain liberty for yourself and your progeny. And that is why you fail, and that is why you're not fulfilled, and that is why you will be destroyed. If this system is fully birthed, which it's now been birthed, and now it's growing, and now it's getting up on its legs, if it comes to maturity, what's been built, there will be no flesh left on this earth. That's the goal. There will be no flesh left. This is an attack on the flesh. The New World Order is a flesh-eating demon. The New World Order is a life-destroying force. The ninth circle of hell is described spiritually as being sub-zero. It's cold, like the depths of dead space, or the dead spaces between dimensions, the empty spaces. Death is emptiness. And we face the spirit of emptiness that seeks to empty out this planet The New World Order, who claims that they want to save the earth by getting rid of humanity, are the ones actively trying to kill the ocean, putting genetically modified organisms into it at every level of the food chain. They are actively trying to kill the foliage of the planet. They are actively diseasing the genetic code of humanity. The DNA is becoming mutated. The sperm counts are down over 87% in the Western world. The cancer rates are exploding. Our children are dying and sick all around us. We are a cursed people who march our children up in the morning to the top of the Aztec temple to have our children gutted in front of us. But we do it slower with a Gardasil shot or a factor VIII injection. My dad's a dentist, and I was talking about how my grandmother's oldest high school and college friend, who's a registered nurse, you know, she's retired obviously now, my grandmother's almost 90, but both women are still intelligent, always is pushing for everyone to take vaccines. She totally, you know, was a nurse in World War II. She totally believes in, you know, USA. She mails us little dolls and things with USA shirts on. She mails my kids USA shirts, okay? I mean, this is somebody like, you know, USA, the type of women they shipped over to be in, you know, the tents while people are dropping bombs on them. Just the government's good, I'm USA. And if they say take a vaccine, I'm taking them. And so she took the shingles shot, and it's basically over the last year almost killed her. She's still got shingles. And my dad said, yeah, all the time patients come in hobbling and incredible pain, people I've known for years, and I'll say, what's wrong? And they'll say, I have shingles. And my dad, after 3 or 4 times, said he starts asking him, per se, did you get this after you took a shingles shot? And they always go, why, yes, I got it about a week after I took it. Got the shot right over there at Walgreens next door. My dad looks at him and he goes, did you ever think you got it from that? And they're like, I don't know. I mean, it'd be kind of like if you walked down the street and a truck hit you and it broke 10 of your bones, and, you know, the ambulance pulls up because the truck hit and ran, and they go, what hit you? And you go, I don't know. I mean, I'm in a road. I saw a truck, but, you know, I don't know what hit me. You know. I mean, if you eat a piece of fish and you get food poisoning from it, you go home and you vomit for 2 days. Gee, you think you might have got it at that restaurant? Going to the doctor, they say food poisoning. I mean, this is all just cause and effect here. And we've got all the statistics where the big companies knew that the whooping cough epidemic that they called, it was a few hundred cases in California, was caused by the vaccine. And it turned out they knew it and did it on purpose. And that even came out in the news, but back of the paper. And it should be all over every paper that they're knowingly giving you shots, giving you the flu, giving you the whooping cough, giving you the measles, mumps, rubella, giving you everything